Hi fans, welcome to the WB Mason Coaches Report with Hofstra men's head soccer coach Richard Nuttall. I'm Brian Bull, and coach, how's everything going?
Everything's good, Brian. Enjoyed the weekend, of course, with the victory, and we're looking forward to playing St. Joe's on Friday.
Well, let's talk about that, a 2-1 victory over Colgate, a literal last-second victory in double overtime. Just talk about the pace of the game and what you saw from a pretty young team.
Well, you know, we were very disappointed with our first half performance. We did get a great goal out of Chris Greaves, but you know, we didn't move the ball well. Our shape was bad, you know, fluidity in our team, and generally speaking, we defended okay, but we didn't attack well.
Let's talk about some of the positives with Chris Greaves. Scores the first goal, assist on the game winner with 1 second left, a 3-point game for him. We talked about having a very young team, but he's one of your veteran leaders, and just talk about his contributions to start the new year.
Yeah, very talented young man, a fantastic left foot, and on free kicks and crossing the ball, he's tremendous. What, in my opinion, one of the best in the country. His delivery is just a notch above everybody else, and the first goal, if you put it on ESPN, it would look good, you know. And the second assist with a couple of seconds to go was a magnificent cross too. So just a great contribution from Chris, and really happy for his effectiveness on the day.
Lerthon Thuma scores in his first collegiate game, gets the game winner in his first game. Yeah. Can't really ask for a better debut than that.
You can't. We told the young man 6 months ago he wasn't ready. He's got to work hard before he comes to Hofstra, and he's worked very, very hard. So he's a lot closer than we thought, you know, and he's actually getting playing minutes. So very pleased for him, and his family was there at the game, and I think they enjoyed it, as did hopefully the rest of the crowd, or most of them.
Lerthon, one of 8 freshmen to see playing time in the game. You start 3 freshmen. Just talk about the different dynamics of this year's team with so many new players.
Well, there's a lot of change, you know, but we've also, when you look at it, got a lot of experience who are actually getting on the field to us. So I think between the freshmen and the experience, it's a nice mix. We've a lot to do to get this identity of the team right, but we feel as though we're heading in the right direction. The second half was better in overtime. I thought we controlled the game, except for 1 or 2 silly free kicks we gave away, but generally speaking, I thought we were on top. So even though it was a last-second goal, we controlled the game. I thought we deserved it, and the fact that we've got the freshmen on the field, I think they've really been helped by the upperclassmen, you know, passing on their experience.
Speaking of those upperclassmen, you get one of them back in senior goalkeeper Roberto Pellegrini, making his first appearance of the season after being limited to 5 games last year. Just what did you see from him, and how crisp did he look, and is he where you want him to be?
Well, his shot stopping and his general soccer IQ are thereabouts. So he's got to get his leg strength a bit better, but it's like having a new player again, you know, after not having him all last year. No, he's doing very, very well. Well, I just want to make a point here. The young man Patrick Prey, who's behind him, and young Brian McPartland are all doing very well as goalkeepers too. So they are pressing the issue, and I'm very happy where we're at in the goalkeeping department.
When you have that type of that goalkeeper, how important is it for everybody for them to push each other in practice to have that type of depth?
Absolutely, the training environment's got to be positive and energetic and competitive, and it just all helps producing better levels of play and achievement. So if they can push each other, it just goes towards the team and enhances their abilities to play.
Well, in front of the goalkeepers, there's a new look defense, even if some of the players aren't necessarily new. Tyler Body is the only defender starting from last year's team who's back. You have 3 new starters, and just talk about what you saw out of that unit in the first
game. I thought they did quite well for first half. Just a bit upset on our overall defence on set pieces, but young Rory is a great left back. He's going to get better and better. I think that he got to him a little bit in the game, being an Englishman who's not used to that kind of weather. And then Marius did a good job, and Chris Grenzig, the combination of the two worked very well. And then Felix and Lathon, I thought, were very effective too. But we've got to look at some of our positional play as a unit, and we've got to look at where the back line is setting up, because it's a little bit out. But you know, overall, quite pleased with the back 4.
And now you have your first road test of the year. You go to Philadelphia for 2 games, first with St. Joseph's on Friday night, and then Temple on Sunday. First St. Joseph's, just what do you know about them, and what do you expect?
Well, they're going to be solid. They're going to be hard working and workmanlike. I think they're going to use a lot of players and are going to keep the game tempo high. So I think if we can match them in the work ethic and we can close them down in the correct manner, I think it's going to be a good game, you know, and with our offensive skills and abilities, I think we have every chance of coming away from the game with a victory.
I'm not looking too far ahead, but Tempo on Sunday, I believe the last time Hofstra faced them was in 2010. Just to talk about what you know from there.
Yeah, not really looking towards Temple at the moment, so I can't tell you much at the moment, except they're in the new Big East, is that right? And they're going to be very effective. They picked up a few great recruits, and it's going to be a very, very tough game, just like the St. Joe's game. So.
All right, well, thank you so much for the time, Coach, and thank you, fans, for watching the WB Mason Coaches Report right here on GoHofstra.com.